Well, good morning, everyone. Zane here, and I just want to have a conversation with you today about the state of the world and what you're doing about getting your mindset right, your emotional strength right, and getting yourself prepared for what lies ahead. A lot of people don't realize yet that, this country is actually right on the cusp of foreign control right now. And foreign interests have infiltrated our government at the highest level. And we're seeing the impact of that now. And unfortunately, most people are still not aware of that. They're still asleep. They're still believing in the mainstream news narrative. And if you're watching channel 2, 7, 9, 10, and that's your source of news right now, then there's a really good chance that that you're not up to speed with what's actually going on. Now, I mean, you can choose to bury your head in the sand and just, get on with life and think that nothing's going on and do nothing about it. But I think that that's a big mistake, and I'm going to explain why I think that's a big mistake for you. But if you've got kids, you owe it to yourself and to the future of your kids and for the future of this country to start to wake up and to realize what's happening and how it is that you can, I guess, join the resistance, so to speak, because it's going to take a unified approach from the people of this country who love this country and who respect and honor what those before us sacrificed in order for us to have the freedoms that we have. It's going to take us to honor that. And I see too many people right now who just don't want to know. Their little patch of grass is okay. They've still got their job. They can still pay their mortgage. They're still physically feeling safe right now. But the reality is that unless we all get together and join the resistance, we're not going to have that freedom for very much longer. Now, if you don't already know, this is not about a virus. It's got nothing to do with health, okay? It has absolutely nothing to do with health. And if you believe that, then it's time for you to wake up and to start doing a little bit of homework, okay? This has nothing to do with health. This is about a new world order. It's about tyranny. It's about control. And we've got the Chinese Communist Party right on our doorstep. They want what we have. We've got a rogue government in power in America that is absolutely destroying the country right before our very eyes. And if you look at what's happened over there in the last 12 months, the way they've handled Afghanistan, the southern borders wide open, the economy's destroyed. They're absolutely destroying the currency. Every way you look at it, if you're aware, you start to realize that it's time for some change. And like I keep saying, we may not be able to do anything on our own individually, but collectively we can do a lot. But when it does come to our own, getting our own house in order, there is a lot that we can do in terms of really taking stock of where we are, particularly financially, but also in our mental approach, what we're listening to, really strengthening our mind, feeding our mind with good quality information, and just building our emotional resilience and our physical well-being as well. Because I really think that in times like this, it's the lazy people who are going to be crushed. They're going to be absolutely crushed. If you're sitting around watching Netflix all day and turning on the mainstream news and you believe in the narrative and you're just going with it and conforming with everything that's going on, then you're not doing your bit for the future of this country. It's as simple as that. And, you can call it a conspiracy, whatever you like. But my question to you is, 2 years ago, if somebody had have said to you that we'd all be walking around having to check in everywhere, wearing masks, experiencing endless lockdowns, you would have laughed. You would have said, oh, that's just a conspiracy. So it's only a conspiracy until it actually comes to pass. And conspiracies come to pass when good people just sit there and do nothing. So the real conspiracy right now is what's happening from the top down, these global interests that have infiltrated our government and big pharma and everything that's controlling the narrative and controlling what's happening right now. That's the true conspiracy. It's not the people who are protesting. It's not the truckies who are going on strike. Okay? It's none of that. It's not the people now, the ex-police chiefs and that are now starting to speak out, and they're setting up their own, their own resistance movements for Australians to join and band together to take back this country. And you can sit there and you can say, well, I just got to get on with my day. I'm busy today. But I'm here to tell you that if we don't band together and at the very least expand our awareness and our consciousness about what's going on right now, in 5 years, you're not going to have a country that you recognize. Forget 10, forget 20. So don't sit there and think that it's not going to impact you or your children. I'm here to tell you that what's coming is coming real fast, really, really fast. This is happening at warp speed. Okay, the next layer to this, and in fact, it's the final frontier of all this, is the big V passport. The big V passport. And it has nothing to do with health. Absolutely nothing to do with health. Okay, we're already seeing an immense division in this country with those that believe, the true believers, and then those that are aware of what's going on. And, a lot of personal attacks, a lot of judgment from both sides. And it really doesn't matter at the end of the day what you believe. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What matters is that what's coming and where we are right now, if you really want to study it and look back through history at what's happened when we've had these dictatorships try to take over, none of it's ever ended well. So, it's very difficult for people of my age, our generation, and even our parents to some degree, to really put a frame of reference to true hardship, because we've never experienced it like our grandfathers and great-grandfathers and grandparents did. But, everything that's unfolding now has been in the making for some 50 years. And as I keep saying, the financial reset is real. The 2020 to the 2030 reset agenda. You can go to the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, the president of the World Economic Forum, he'll tell you there's a statement there. Their slogan, in fact, is, you will be happy, but you will own nothing. So, whatever you think about conspiracies or, this is just too far-fetched, I'm just a dickhead, you can think that all you like, but it's not just me. It's not just me. There are many, many, many people out there right now. You've got Senator Malcolm Roberts yesterday. I watched an interview with him. You've got people like Craig Kelly, even Pauline Hanson. I know so many people have their opinions about her, but listen to what she's saying. She actually cares about this country. She actually cares about this country and the people of this country. There's a lot of people out there, ex-police, police officers as well. The police force are actually starting to wake up and realize, holy shit, this is not what I signed up for. Maybe what is being shoved down our throats and the directives that we've been given, maybe that's not real. Police are meant to protect and serve the people. And they're not doing that, particularly in Sydney and Victoria right now. So I guess my message today is to just really get with the program. Get with the program if you're not already. And I know many of you guys are with the program, but get with the program, get some of your money out of the system, for heaven's sake. The banking system's going to be at risk. You've got to take some steps to protect what you've got and to start protecting your family. Think about ways you can generate extra income. Because people who are dependent on one source of income, particularly if you're in an industry that's going to be obsolete in the next few years, now's the time to start thinking about how you can generate extra income that just may well save you when things get really bad. The Big V passport is it's tyranny of the highest order. You will not be able to go to a pub to have a beer without them knowing who you're with. You won't be able to search anything on the internet without that being under surveillance. You won't be able to attend a gym, to travel, to go to a petrol station without them knowing where you are at all times. So you think of a world, 1984, George Orwell's Big Brother, which we all thought as kids when we read that story was just, it'll never happen in this country. It's happening around the world right now. And it will happen in this country if we allow it. So get with the program is really my message today. If you're asleep, if you can't be bothered, if you're too lazy, if you believe in the government and what they're telling you and you trust them, heaven help you and your kids, seriously. It's time to get with the program, guys. Right? Join the truckie group, and support them. They're doing it for the good of the country, because protests aren't working. Protests aren't working, and protests probably will never work for as long as the police are behaving in the way that they are. But by supporting these groups that have the guts and the balls to realise what's going on and to actually get off their ass and to do something about it, we can all support that. And the more of us that do that, the more of a message we're going to send that the people aren't just going to roll over and cop this. Okay, so do what you can on the home front, get with the program, get some of your money out of the system, for heaven's sakes, do that, and get out of as much debt as you possibly can, and support these people who are doing their best to create these factions of resistance that are going to send a very clear message to the highest levels of government, and also send a message of solidarity and unity and support to these people, that the people are behind them. Because what you got to realize is the police don't run this country. They don't own this country. The people own this country. They work for us. You and I pay our taxes, and that's how they get paid. So for them to cut off everybody's livelihood and to stand up there and not take a hit themselves, that's dictatorship. That's not what this country's been built on. It's not what it's about. So let's get with the program, guys. Get with the program. If you don't know where to start, you don't know what to look for, you just haven't been in that headspace the last 6-12 months, you haven't seen any of this coming, then, just send me a DM and I'll point you to a few resources for you to start checking out. And again, it's not a conspiracy. It's nothing to do with that. I'll just remind you, if I had said to you 2 years ago that we'd be living in this state right now, you would have said to me, I'm an idiot. Okay, we're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. Okay, this has been well thought out, well planned. Everybody's been conditioned right now for what's coming. All right, so let's wake up together, hey, and let's support these people that are trying to create this resistance so that you and I and our kids can get on with life and have a great future, which is what this country's all about. Have a great day, guys.